It again, Thursday night show, guys. What is good, man? We are a couple of days away from going to Ole Miss and getting a win. See, the thing about it is, I really been thinking about this a lot. And here's the thing for me is, I mean, why even think negative for? Yeah, I mean, I know what the eyes are. I know how Kentucky plays football, and I understand who Ole Miss is this year. I really understand that. But at this particular point, what good does it do if I call myself a fan? Now you got to be realistic. I get it. Okay, I'm not naive to understand who we playing. I get all that, but for me, it's just kind of like, why not just believe? Why not just take that leap of faith and just says that maybe that this is the year in 2024 that the Kentucky Wildcats is going to go down to Oxford and get this win over the Ole Miss Rebels. I mean, it just seems like it's just something that is just looming to happen. Hey, AFO, my first person in tonight from YouTube. You get the shout out. Yes, I don't get to call your name very often for the being the first, but you are tonight. So thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone else who is watching too from wherever. Let me know in the comment blocks where you're watching from, and I appreciate it. So we're getting ready to go down to Ole Miss, and I feel like it's just going to be special. I think our defense is just going to our defense. Hey Jimmy, welcome in. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Seb. I see you as well too. Thank you. I think our team is just going to go down to Ole Miss, and I think they're just going to just let it all hang out. People will say, "Well, the coach is going to lose the ball game. The coach ain't going to, he's going to get out coached." But I feel like our players are gonna take it up on their own selves to understand the task in hand. And I think these guys are going to go down to Ole Miss and they're going to find a way to actually get a win. But I think before I actually want to just talk more, it's not going to be a long show tonight. I got to get up tomorrow and I got to go take her to something on the base early in the morning. So it won't be a long, it won't be it, this right here will be like a very short Thursday night show for me. But I think the big thing right now that's going on in college football right now is what in the world. And I know this is a Kentucky page, so you guys know I love my Cats. But what in the world is going on out in UNLV? Their quarterback says, "I'm out of here." And now I just read that two more other people, a running back, I'm not sure who the third person is, has decided to walk away from the program because UNLV promised one thing and they're doing something else. So I guess, according to what I was reading, they promised the quarterback the key to the city and a Lamborghini, and they didn't deliver. So he says, "I am out of there." So I have to wonder how many more. How will this affect college sports moving forward? You got these three guys. Again, I guess UNLV is what 3-0 now. I think it is. They're undefeated. So how would other players across the nation look at this and says, "Okay, cool. You know what? They didn't get what they was promised. I'm not really getting what I'm promised neither. I'm out of here too." I mean, do we see this as something that maybe can happen to any player on Kentucky? That these guys are not that maybe they're not getting exactly what they was promised, and they decide to walk away just because they didn't. Mark Hurl, thank you so much for joining. I see you. I see you for sure. It's just one of them situations where it's just going to start trickling down to other teams. I mean, UNLV is not a big powerhouse team in football. So I mean, so like if they're doing it at a smaller level school when it comes to football, per se, what would it make? I mean, what's stopping from somebody from what I'm saying, from Alabama or from a Georgia or from a team, Texas or something like Michigan, Ohio State, those guys who are maybe not getting what they want, and these guys just start dropping in the portal in mid seasons. And of course, these guys they only play like 3 days, so they can still so they can use their red shirt because they didn't go over the limit. So I just wonder what kind of effect would this actually have moving forward for college sports. I definitely want to hear you guys' comment. All right, I seen you. Just wanted to pop in and say it. Michelle, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And you get, as a matter of fact, Mark Hurl, you get my first Facebook shout out tonight. Thank you so much. And Michelle, you get my X shout out. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to me as well, too. Can you blame them for Jimmy says, can you blame them for not getting paid? I think it's going to happen more. UNLV football doesn't have the money. will not happen at UK, Georgia, Alabama in football. I hope so. Sometimes it's kind of like you get that first person who decides who decides to stand up and make a bold move, and people follow. Within a matter of just a couple of days, I guess, you got a quarterback who quits, and then you got two more players on the same team says I'm out of here. Now I don't know if it's just because of just them not wanting to be an UNLV. I haven't read to see if it was an NIL deal with those guys as well too. But you have to wonder to yourself, like, you got a guy who says, "Look, I've already showed you what I can do. I can ball. So pay me my stuff, what you told me, and give me the key to the city, or I'm out of here." And I guess they didn't do it. So he's out of there. And it's just pretty crazy. So, hey, Chuck Casey, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. I see you in the house. Nobody, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. This can and will change NIL going forward. We can't pretend anymore. It's no longer amateur athletics, paid pro. I mean, AFI, I think that's really like a very true statement that you just said. It's no longer, it's no longer just it's no longer amateur athletics. This is real stuff now, and people want their money. And if these universities are gonna haggle these guys and not gonna follow through with what they said, yeah, I would. I don't know if they like, hey, you gotta win so many games and then we'll give it to you, or if you just sign your name on a contract and come to school, this is what we're going to give you. I don't really know how that does. No, it's just funny because they're out there in Las Vegas. Just tell somebody to go out there and just gamble until they get enough money to buy a Lamborghini. I guess that's probably the best thing. But yeah, it's you. You can't mess around with with these athletes' money no more. They want their money, and if you promise it to me, because in retrospect, if it wasn't, you got to ask yourself this: if it wasn't for the money at all, would Matthew Sluka, would he have went to UNLV to play football? Maybe not. So at this point, at this particular point, we're looking at athletes who are definitely going to certain schools out of what they would normally do, just because the paycheck was bigger. And that's just reality now. And NFL players do it. Baseball, everybody does. I want to get paid. So, we can't really be mad at the student athletes no more. It's the NIL is here. It's not going anywhere. And when you see things like this happen with Sluka, who decides I'm out, I'm gone. You really have to you have to wonder if this is the trend. Do you see this as the trend in the NCAA NIL deals going sideways, especially if the school balks on the end? And that's what scares me, Chuck. It really does. Well, I won't use the word scared per se, but I think it's something for everybody to sit back and take a look at, because like I said, this is just UNLV. If you get somebody at a big program who's not getting what they supposed to, you never know. And you never know, like how many disgruntled players are out there who would maybe just kind of just been keeping it on the low, even though they was mad behind closed doors. The team or whoever was able to maybe keep it contained within the team with the discontent or whatever. But if you got one player who's coming out and just saying, "Hey, I'm leaving, man. You guys are not doing what you guys are not taking care of your responsibilities and what you said you would do, and you lured me here on a false pretense," then I'm not staying here at all. Hey, Clint, welcome to the show. Our running game. So we have to see how it is. If it's not like it was $1 million, it was 100,000, 3,000 per month. So like, just buy the guy his car like you said he would. Give the guy the key to the key to the city like you said he was, and let the guy keep playing. Let the guy keep playing ball. But they said that they didn't want to. So when I saw that, I had to do a double take, because this is only the beginning. Hey, Clint, welcome in. It's good to see you. Okay, greetings to you too. Um, you have to keep hope alive. I like the optics against Ole Miss. Keep Let's see. Yes, Chuck. That is why all the profits from the blue and white game is for NIL money for the players. And I mean, and so you just got to have good people who's over this NIL in these schools who with the who have the right intentions of doing the right thing, and that's fulfilling their part of the deal. We want our student athletes to come to our schools. Now, I guess you should ask the question this then: if you have student athletes who says, "Look, I'm going out here and I'm performing. You told me that you would give me X, Y, Z if I did this, so I'm doing this. I signed my name. Will we ever see a time where a player has been paid or been I've been told that if you come here and if you do this, you'll get this, and then they don't perform in that way? Should they be able to lose that money or those endorsements or not get paid the way that they were supposed to because they didn't fulfill what they were supposed to do? Is it will it come full circle and everybody involved, the player and the school, will both have to stand up and fulfill their obligations before, you know what I'm saying, before you know what I'm saying, if I'm gonna come to school and I'm gonna score 20 touchdowns for you, then you're gonna pay me my money. But if I only come to school and I only get 300 yards rushing, I owe you money. So I just have to keep positive and move it. Hey, Paul, I see you think so much get ready for NIL to eat into the college football budget. It is. So, for example, if Jerry Jones, Arkansas alumni, pays into a player's NIL at Arkansas, especially for football, is that player obligated to go to Dallas? Well, ooh, good question. For real, should go both. It should go both ways. Um, I agree 100%. It should go both ways, and that we just have to just do what we have to do and see how this out here all fans out. And I mean, I don't think this is the end. I think this is only the beginning of situations like this. I think the door has been opened now. Somebody has as they what they call it, a trailblazer or whatever you want to call it, who starts big trends. But maybe this is maybe this is kind of what we're going to see moving forward. But I think it should go both ways. If I'm paying you money, and if you're not performing, then I feel like you may have that you should maybe have to give it back, or not get your full bonus or what it is that you're supposed to get, because that's how it works in major sports. Is that, hey, you do X, Y, C, and we'll give you this, but if you don't, then you don't get it. So it has to be some incentives out there for guys not to just come to my school just so they can have a big payday, but you need to come to the school with the solid intent of helping us be a better program. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't expect us to fulfill our part of the deal too as well. But they're undefeated, and he's playing football, but he decided that these guys are not going to give me what I want, so I'm out of there for sure. See you later, Clint. Hey man, have a good evening. Okay. Well, it's not going to be a long show tonight as well too. So I got to get up in the morning. I got to take care of something pretty early. But we I just had to throw that out there because I mean that's I mean I that this situation is pretty significant, and I think we are going to start seeing more of this as maybe, I'm not sure, as the season goes along, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later these little stories are going to keep popping up around the country of people just or athletes just saying, nope, you guys didn't give me what I wanted. These athletes are exposing. They're going to expose the universities because they're not fulfilling what they're supposed to do, and they're going to walk away, and they're going to let other recruits know, because I mean this is bad. This is bad for UNLV, because now recruits are going to say, whoa, hold on, you guys are already promising me this. You guys can't even pay this guy what you guys said. Yeah, I'm not. I'm decommitting or whatever. I'm not even going to come there. I'm not even going to deal with this situation. I'm going to go somewhere else. So in the long run, UNLV might be losing a quarterback and a couple players this year, but I think in the long run, this is going to leave a bad taste in recruits' mouths about whether or not they want to come to UNLV or not and play ball. I think that should be an agreement. If they transfer, then they have to sacrifice their money, and the other school has to pick their money up. I guess I mean it's so many ways that you can actually look at that. I mean, that's the same. I mean, if you want to go get, if it's going to be about getting paid, and if it's going to be like the NFL or these other schools, then I he goes to yours. This player is going to go to your school or your team, and then you're going to pick up the bill of what's left on his contract or whatever for us, so we don't have to pay him his money. So if you guys want him, then you guys got to pay the rest of the money or whatever, because we're not going to do it. So it's just a it's leading to contracts. It really is. And I think at the end of the day, this is, like I said, this is, I feel like that this is just the beginning of of what's to come in college sports, because one person has stood up and says you didn't do what you're supposed to do, and because of that, I'm no longer going to play for your university, and I'm out of here. If we can upset Ole Miss, it would show we can beat. So yeah, we do have a football game in 2 days, or yes, Thursday for you guys. Thursday, yes, Thursday night for you guys. We do have a football game early on Saturday against somebody called Ole Miss. Um, Not to take them lightly whatsoever. Of course, that would be stupid for me to do something like that. But as I said when I first started the video, for you guys who are just joining in, um, I don't see any reason why we can't go down to Ole Miss and get a W. I don't play. These guys play. These guys understand how important this game could be. I mean, I hope that you remember, that that the right calls wasn't made in order to give them opportunity to beat Georgia. I hope they remember that taste in their mouth is that they were so close to knocking off Georgia. And I just hope that these guys come down there. It's an early football game. I hope these guys are up, ready to go, and just know that what's at stake here is really, really big. And I think the fan base, as I said as I said, the Big Blue Nation is ready for a major upset in 2024. We were so close, and that's something that we will have to live with for years to come with the Georgia game. But I think if you really want to, get the fan base back on board and really get them excited about rest of the year and what it could be, you go down to Ole Miss and you win. And I think the fan base will be extremely excited and grateful for this win. And I think you bring a lot of people back on board, if nothing else, just for the possibility of what maybe could be for the rest of the year. I mean, it's still not too late to have a special year. I think we still got the team. I like that Brock every game. He seems to be getting better. The O line is not looking as horrible as they did against South Carolina. So the line is continued to get better every game. And I hope as they get better, the quarterback gets better, our confidence all around as the Kentucky program continues to get better. We just got to hope that the guys on the sideline who's calling the plays and who's orchestrating everything, I hope these guys are ready to come out and coach the game of their life, because I really feel like that Ole Miss hasn't played anybody this year. So they haven't seen a defense like Kentucky. They haven't played a defense that was ranked in the top 10 all year, not even close to it. So these guys have not really been challenged. And I think Lane Kiffin actually mentioned that this week when he was talking about maybe the schedule that we played maybe will not do us any help, considering we haven't really played a really, really outstanding defense like Kentucky. Kentucky defense is going to fly around out there. I think those guys are going to be out there. I think those guys know what's at stake. And I think that they show up and they show everyone that they are a legit defense. And because of that, I feel like that defense is going to spark something in the offense, and we're going to see an offense like we seen. Do I want to say like we seen against Ohio? No, I don't want to say that, but I think we're going to see an offense that's just going to come together, and they're going to put together a game within the right time in order to score more points than Ole Miss and beat those guys on Saturday. So I definitely look forward to that more so than and I've been saying this before we even start, before the season even started, when the schedule came out. If I had to choose one hard road game that maybe we can go win, I penciled in Ole Miss. So we're 2 days away. I'm not backing down. I'm not going to change my mind. And if we lose, okay, but I'm still going to have faith in my Wildcats that we can find a way to get this done. And at the end of the day, if they show up and give the best game that they can, don't go out there and get blown up. A lot of people had a lot of Kentucky fans, and I understand. I'm once again, I would never try to tell people how to feel and how not to feel. You can feel any way you want to feel. It's so you can comment, you can say what you want to say, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, I feel like I don't have a choice but but to believe that the Wildcats can win the ball game. Um, so we got to see how it goes. If we can upset Ole Miss, we can show we can beat anyone. I agree with you, Terry. Absolutely, and welcome to the show too, as well too. Chris Eversole, thank you so much for joining. I see you in here. Billy Hardwick, thank you so much for joining. I see you as well. Gibson, thank you so much. We just got to just see what's up, and we gotta hope our Wildcats actually really go down there to really win the ball game. And at the end of the day, a lot of people's biggest fears is not that Kentucky can win the ball game. I think a lot of fans fear is how's our coaches going to perform against Ole Miss? Are they going to be completely out coached? Are they going to be timid? Are they going to leave stuff in the book? What are we going to do when you playing a team like Ole Miss? You already down. You already a 17-point underdog. Why are you holding back for? Why are you nervous going for a 4th and 1? If you lose the ball game, no one's going to be like, well, Kentucky lost the ball game. They wasn't supposed to win anyway. But I'm going to hold out belief that I just think something special would be able to happen down here at Ole Miss. And I get to watch the ball game. It comes on at 7 o'clock at my time. And then I got to go to bed and get right back up. So, yeah, I like those 7 o'clock games, I think. So I can definitely watch the game and not be in a hurry afterwards. But lose a lot of sleep. Anyway, let's see. Gotta play all out Saturday. Need some turnovers to go our way in this game. Just let it all hang out, Stoops. And I think a lot of people. Let's see, where's this at right here? This is Mark Hurl right here. I think a lot of people feel the same way. Got to play out all out Saturday. Need some turnovers to go our way. How many turnovers have we had this year that we just couldn't recover? That was so close. That was right there in our hands, and it could have made a major difference in a ball game, and we just couldn't get our hands on it. So I hope we get some of those balls that bounce our ways or whatever. So just let it all hang out. Stoops, go catch. And I think that's how a lot of fans actually feel right now. Is that why why are we playing for? Let's just go out here and let's just be aggressive and let's just do. Let's see. Ole Miss has an average of 91 yards penalties a game. Let's bring the whole game plan on this. We everything like when you get on that. Do they fly to Ole Miss? I'm pretty sure they fly to Ole Miss, don't you? I don't think they take a bus. When they fly to Ole Miss, everything about that program needs to be on that plane. Everything. Like we are getting on this plane for a reason. We are going to win the ball game. We're not going because we're timid. Thanks, Jimmy, for that right there. We're not going to play timid. We're not going to play soft. We're not going to play prevent. Dude, we're going to be aggressive all day long because if we don't, it's just not going to end well for Kentucky. But I'm going to continue to believe that Kentucky can get this ball game done and go down there and get a win. And people are going to tell me, "Oh man, you're just a Kentucky fan, so you're not seeing straight." I ain't saying it's going to be easy. I'm just saying if the best version of Kentucky can show up, I just feel like Kentucky can have a chance. I mean, we can't play the way that we did against Georgia and as good as we did and say that we just don't have a chance to win some of these ball games. I just don't see how you do it. I just don't. I mean, we've seen the best of our defense and we've seen what these guys are capable to do play after play after play. Our offensive just got to help us out. And I think that's what it comes down to. If our offense can help our defense out, make sure that our offense can we love the big plays. If we can just go on the field for one play, throw the ball up and score a 75-yard touchdown, we'll take it all day long. But that's just unrealistic, and that's just not going to happen that many times. So, but if we can go out there and we can have some sustained drives and let our defensive guys go on the sideline and actually get a decent amount of rest and not just three and out, and our guys are right back on the field, like that does us no good. Our offense have got to put together some drives that our defense can set over and really make sure that their legs are up under us. So when they get on the field, these guys can be fresh. But if they don't, I mean, what can we expect from our defense? I mean, Ole Miss is going to go fast. And the more time we can give our defense to rest, the better off we are. But if we're going to keep our defense on the field the whole time, man, it's just not going to be good for Kentucky whatsoever. And so our offensive definitely, our offense is the key. And not just putting up points, but how long can we sustain drives, and how can we cut down on all the three and outs? We need to put together some drives and let our guys rest. We hang with Ole Miss typically. We slow the game down. Last game we played, they scored 22. This defense is on par or better, I think. This defense is good, and I like this defense. I really like the defense that we got. And I'm just going to believe, man, that this Ole Miss hasn't played anybody like us this year. And, because of that, I just think we're going to fly around out there. And if you don't think Dion Walker is ready to go out there, if you don't think Harrison's ready to go out there, if you don't think and Chills is ready to go out there, these guys are ready to play Octane. These guys are ready to play football, man. Like, this is big time football. And I think our Cats really, really, really want a big time win here in this season. And why not go down to Ole Miss and upset the number 6 team in the land and knock off Ole Miss? I just got to keep believing, man. And all day long, man, I'm just going to believe that the Cats is going to find a way to go down and actually get it done. But yeah, you're right. We actually do tend to hang in there with Ole Miss, and I just think we can find. I hope we can find a way this year to just get over that hump. It just says we finally did it. We finally went down there and we finally won a ball game. Like, how good of a feeling would that be for the fan base? It'd be a fun post game show. That's for sure. And it's always good to have a good fun post game show of fans like yourself who can just come and just enjoy and celebrate a win. So, it just brings down everything when you got to do a post game show and we just got our butts handed to us, or the wrong call was made, or certain people wasn't aggressive with it, or it makes for a long post game show. So I hope that when we come back Saturday night, um, I hope that we can be celebrating. I hope that we can be celebrating a victory over Ole Miss, because, well, I keep saying Saturday night because it's Saturday night for me, Saturday afternoon for you guys. So, uh, man, I'm so glad this is almost over, bro. I cannot wait. So glad that this time here is almost over. Need the backfield pressure all game. Don't let them get comfortable. We got to dude. Like, you gotta put pressure on Dart. You just got to. And if you can do that, you get these guys a little. Maybe you get these guys a little routed. Now, I know Dart's a good quarterback. He's been a consistent quarterback since he's been at Ole Miss. I understand all that as well too. But we just gotta just continue to put pressure on the guys, and you can't just say, well, he's a good quarterback. This whatever it is what it is. No, put pressure on him and get him outside of his game. See if you can rattle on him. If you can look, I would even take a early, and I know this is gonna sound crazy. I would even take a late hit on the quarterback. Don't hurt him, but I would take a late hard hit on the quarterback just to. Sorry about that. I would just do that just to rattle him a little bit, because he ain't been hit all year. I don't think he ain't been hit all year. So just take one shot on him one time and just fall on him. You know what I'm saying? Don't hurt him. Just fall on him and just let him know. Just give him a little. Just give him a little something in his ear that says, "Hey, man, we're here today. Kentucky's in the house." So you know what I mean? Just just let him know who's there to play today, and I think that's what it is. This year we aren't going to. This year we aren't going. We aren't going to very far. Hey Linda, hey, it's good to see you as well too. Need backfield. If we have to play fast to win, then Stoops got to let it loose and give us a chance. Hey man, that's another fan saying that, not me. I didn't say it, but we all feel the same way. We all feel the same way about Stoops. You got to go out there and just let it go. If it comes down to a shootout, you got to go let it play. You got to go do it. So and also we get our running back back. We get Chip back this week. I haven't looked at the depth chart this week, so if anybody's seen the depth chart, do they have who's starting at running back if they've already released the depth chart? Is it going to be Chip, or are they keeping Sumo in for starting? I hope it's Sumo. I hope they're going to let Sumo come in, because I think that would be a slap in the face for those guys to say, okay, Chip's back, Sumo, you're RB number 2. I think that would be disrespectful for considering what Sumo has done up to this point. And I think you start Sumo and then you bring Chip in off the bench. and let's just see if we can play power football, and let's see if we can finally do it. But does Chip make an impact? I heard today he is questionable, I think. Really? Thanks for the information. I didn't see that yet because, hey, Dave, a Kentucky fan, thanks for joining in. Linda Cotton, thank you so much. I see you. Seb Gibson, I think I called you out. Thanks for coming in. Linda Skeens, thank you. I didn't hear that, and I didn't see that just yet. Let me see, because I didn't see the. I mean, can he not hold on to the football this week? Is that seem to be one of the problems? No, see, because I didn't see anything with that, and I was looking, but I didn't see anything. But maybe he Maxwell was the highest rated cornerback in Power Four last week. Harrison and these guys, 10th annual Mark Pope utilized sports psychology. So I didn't see anything with Chip not I didn't see anything with that. So if someone sees that Chip is maybe questionable, uh, that's kind of crazy, dude. Was kind of hoping that he was going to do it. So national champion. What's going on, Mike? Hey, what I'm just getting off work, but I'm finally in the house. Thank you so much for joining national champions. I appreciate that so much for all you guys joining. It means a lot to me. So don't forget to hit that like button if you guys will too as well. Um, but yeah, man, we just gonna go down. We got to go down to Ole Miss, and um, we got to get ready to play ball. So I know I don't talk a lot about basketball right now, mainly because it is football season. But as we get a little closer um, to the Big Blue Madness or whatever, then we'll start talking more about basketball as well too. Because kind of once the Big Blue Madness happen, then you could pretty much say basketball season's up on us. So we'll talk about that a lot more too as well. Chip isn't on depth chart Monday. Ooh, wow. Well, on Monday, I don't think he was cleared yet on Monday. So um man, that's crazy though. I thought maybe because I know he got cleared earlier this week, or he got cleared maybe like a day before, like maybe Tuesday or whatever. But last I haven't heard that he wasn't going to play until now. So that's hey Stefan, thanks for joining in. So now I actually see that maybe that's a question, but that's okay because we know what our running backs are willing to do and can do without Chip there. So it doesn't necessarily say, "Oh man, dude," you know what I'm saying? Like we don't have a running back. I think we um, I think we still got enough running backs that can still go out there and that can actually play. Look, man, we got a quarterback who I feel like is coming along. We got wide receivers who are ready to have who are ready to continue to have a really good year. We got defense that is out there. We got special teams that if you kick us the ball, it's always an opportunity for us to run it back. So I mean, I think it's just about putting everything together, playing a very clean and smooth game. Is it going to be some, what I'm saying, some mistakes here and there? Absolutely, but I think it's very critical of the team who makes the less mistakes and can maybe force the other team a couple of turnovers can have probably the better chance to win this ball game. So Kentucky, we can't allow to give Ole Miss good field position as if they need it. They will go 99 yards if they have to. So we can't afford to fumble the ball and give them only a 30-yard field. We got to protect the football and we got to go out there and we got to play like we belong on the field as well too. Nor is Deveron Redner, who also was not last week as well. Um, man, dude, Kentucky's just hurting, man. It's always I don't maybe because I don't follow other teams, so I don't really pay attention to who's hurt and who's not hurt. But it just seems like Kentucky just can't stay healthy, man. It's so aggravating, and I hate it for the young guys out there who put so much time in, and they got to miss big games like this. I hate it. I hate it missing the big games. If I was gonna miss a game, let me miss a ball game that didn't really matter in the sense of Ohio or a Southern Miss or something like that. I hated missing big ball games because that's when people are made. And I just hope that we can get some of these guys back healthy and these guys are ready to go. But we definitely have to see what happens. So yes, we will basketball. Uh, yeah, basketball is going to be on us next month, and I think everybody in this chat is going to be pretty excited about Coach Pope and his team moving forward this year. It's going to be good. But yeah, we definitely will talk more about basketball because that's who we are. But right now, we are all in on our football team. We are all in trying to make the best of it and trying to root our team on. We just hope that those guys inside that locker room believe in each other. I hope the coaches believe in their players that they can go out there and call certain plays and that we're going to execute the way that it was drawn up. And I hope our OC is ready to go. Brad White is ready to go, and I think Kentucky as a whole, it just needs to go out there and just says, look, let's just win the ball game, man. Just play free, just play loose. Don't be nervous. They put their pants on the same way we do. We got big boys, they got big boys. We got speed, they got speed. Let's just go see who's the best, who's a better team today. And beating a top 10, but beating a number 6 team in the nation would sure look good for us. I have to say for sure. It would definitely look good. That is for sure. Raphael Little, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to continue to just believe, man, that our cats can go down there and find a way to win this ball game. You only got to win by one, and nobody can, no. Well, you only won by, so what? We won. And nobody gave us a chance to win. So all we gotta do is just go down and just win by 1 point, and it's a victory. So I definitely look forward to that as well too. But I definitely, if we win, man, I just look forward to just celebrating with you guys here after the show for the post game show here at the Loyal BBN Fan Show. It really will mean a lot to me if we can do that together. So, man, dude, I'm ready for football, man. I am. I'm going to go to bed early on Saturday. See, last week I messed around and I was out all day, and it was horrible because I got like 1 hour of sleep before the game, and then I was up most of the night. Then I had to go to work. This weekend, I'm not making any plans to do anything. I'm going to stay around the house. I'm going to get some sleep. So if the game goes longer, or if the post game, because we win, because we celebrating as a family, then I don't have to worry about anything. But man, I was tired last week. What's going on? So we got so we're gonna see what's going on. That's for sure. Let's see. Yes, all in on this win Saturday. Defense is ready. Offense is good. Good we beat her. Nobody gave us a chance against Georgia. Nobody gave us a chance against Georgia. Like nobody. Like you get a handful of fans, Kentucky fans, who was like, you know what, I'm just going to believe. We came up short, but those guys believed that it was an opportunity, and it was there for us to take it, and we just missed it. And I think it's a handful of fans who feel like we have opportunity to actually go out there and win this ball game as well. So also, guys, I haven't talked to him about it. I'm not sure if he's already put it out public or whatever, but I just want to give a condolences to Matt Short. He's a real good friend of mine. He's on my SEC team as well too. I just want to give a shout out to him and his family. He lost his dad this week, and I just want everybody, if you can, please keep Matt Short, and his family in your prayers and everything. So Matt, we love you, bro. We're definitely thinking about you, and you're in our prayers, and you're in our heart. So condolences to you and your family for your loss of your father. So I completely forgot to put that out the first of the show. But please keep the Short family in your prayers, for they have lost a dad, a brother, a cousin, and whatnot. So Matt, we love you, and we're thinking about you. But yeah, so and Matt actually sends in his score. I think Matt said that Kentucky's going to win 24-21. So Matt, your dad's watching down. He's going to score that last touchdown for us. So let's go get it, baby. Let's get it in for sure. So go Cats, I believe, Raphael Little. So, yes, nobody gave us a chance, man. We just got to go out there and believe. What was that song on Shrek with Donkey? I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe. So I believe. So I can't believe Shrek is that old and I can still sit and laugh about it. Shrek was a good movie, man. I don't care what nobody say. Say what you want to. If you don't believe we can win, then you ain't true blue. Can't give up before the kickoff. I'm, I've always said, and hey, Mark, thanks for that comment. I've always believed that fans are going to say what they're going to say, and fans are going to believe, how they want to believe, and like stuff like that. And one thing for me, I never try to tell people who they are or what they should believe, or or who they should cheer, or how excited they could be. What I can control is this is what I learned. This is what I learned that I can control. I can control my belief that Kentucky has the opportunity to go down and beat Ole Miss, and I, I'm not going to waver from that at all. So definitely gotta we just gotta believe, man. And I just for the you know I don't blame people. For me, it just kind of comes down to this: if you're just a person who just straight up says Kentucky's losing by 20 points, straight up, not even worried, not even going to think twice about it. But then if Kentucky wins, then I don't think you should have the opportunity. You shouldn't be. You should have to take a back seat in cheering for the Cats because you just totally didn't. You just totally wrote them off for not winning. I'm not saying you're not a Kentucky fan. I'm just saying if you just completely outright says that Kentucky's not going to win this football game and we win, then you should just mute yourself for you should just mute yourself for 24 hours, and you should not be able to say anything positive about the win. Nothing. You should just not even be seen for 24 hours. So I got my camera out so I can make sure that I snapshot some of these comments or whatnot on Facebook or whatever. Just so didn't you just say that we was going to lose by 30 points? Why are you saying go Cats right now? You muted for 24 hours. You can't comment at all. So we just got to be no way. No one ever gives Kentucky a chance. We just have to prove them wrong, and we will. I think that's what it comes down to, man. And more to me, not even proving the fans wrong, or even proving or even showing the fans that that the fans that believe in them. I think it's something about winning for those guys who you go to war with every day. I think that's so big to says we did this together. Yes, the fan base was there, the fan base was cheering, they was excited, all this right here, but it's something about winning with the guy who lines up beside you each and every day, and you can look at him and says, "We did this. We beat Ole Miss. We took care of business." And it just that that type of morale inside the locker room, it builds and it just builds. And we'll have to just see, man. You know what I'm saying? So I hope those guys, when they go out there, I hope they are playing for each other more than ever. And I realize, look at each other and be like, I'm gonna do my job today, man. I'm going to block the O line. I'm going to block, man. Like, hold my hand if you have to, and we will hold tight this wall. We will not go into the night. We will fight, 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 and let's just see what happens. So, I still say Kentucky by 7. Kevin, hey, welcome to the show and appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We just, some fans are just not going to, some fans are just not, no matter what, they're just not going to believe that Kentucky has even the slightest opportunity to win the ball game. And then some fans are going to be like, look, I'm just going to believe that Kentucky can get it done. And if they lose, I'm disappointed, but I'm still riding with my Cats. But I just, I'm not saying just because you don't think that they don't win that you're not a Kentucky fan. I don't want anybody to say that. You believe whatever you want to believe. I'm just saying that if Kentucky wins the ball game, that us who actually believe that they can win, then we should get to have a celebration within amongst ourselves, and the other people, you have to be muted for 24 hours because it's, you got to ride with your team and you just got to believe. Don't be naive. I'm not saying that I'm naive and saying, oh man, that there's no way, there's no way, you know, that Ole Miss is just not going to win this ball game. It's out there. Ole Miss is a good team. They just are. Ole Miss is a good team. But I got news for you. You guys probably don't know this, but I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. Ole Miss is a good team, but so is Kentucky. If Kentucky shows up and play, Kentucky can be a good team too. It's just what version of Kentucky are we going to see? I'm just going to continue to believe that Kentucky is a good team. That's my secret for you guys tonight, is that I believe that Kentucky is a good team, and I think if that version of Kentucky shows up, sometimes you just got to hold yourself. You just do because you get excited, and I'm gonna just keep believing that Kentucky has a chance. Life is more fun as an optimist. I guess yes, it is. I guess because I'm the person that always sees is this bottle half full or half empty? Man, this bottle's full, man. Come on, man. Stop playing. We can see that. We can see that the bottom is half full. So and we will. Those kind of fans can't wait to throw somebody under the bus. Um, which one is that? Is which one of the ones that that are positive or negative? Probably the negative one. See, I told you Kentucky wasn't going to win. I told you, man. Look, I didn't say Kentucky was not going to lose. I just said that Kentucky has an opportunity, and if the right team shows up on Saturday, then guess what can happen? They can win. They have the opportunity to win until Ole Miss beats us. Then we have a chance to win the ball game, and that's just how it goes. It just is. Those kind of they won't throw you under the bus, but I support. Hey, if you're out there and if you don't believe that Kentucky can win, you're still my friend. I don't have anything negative to say to you. You do what you do, I do what I do, and hopefully somewhere in the middle we can meet up and we can say go Cats together. We got a good team, Mike. As I said already, Stoops got to let it loose, let it hang out, nothing to lose. And I think that's like I don't understand why they don't understand that, and I don't even know football like that. I'm not that smart, but I don't understand why they don't understand that. If you lose, no one said you was gonna win anyway. So go out there and just let it all out and just see what happens. You never know. You can't hold tight. You just gotta go get it. And when you win a big game like this against, if you can win a big game like this against Ole Miss, like your confidence builds. You play Georgia the way you did, and then you turn around and then you beat Ole Miss on the road. Your confidence is does something to your confidence. People who are hurt, they tend to heal a lot faster when they hurt because I mean, who wants to go back out and play if we're just getting beat? Your bones and stuff just don't heal right. But if you're winning, oh, you want to be a part of that excitement. So you get healthy as soon as possible. Cause so I can go back out there so I can enjoy this too as well too. I want to be part of what's yeah, I figured that. Thanks, national champion. I want to be a part of that, of what's going on. I want to say I was a part of this win. I want to say I contributed to what's going on in 2024 for Kentucky Wildcat football. I want to be there. So I just want to see us go out there and just play like it just play like it matters. Okay? A loss is a loss. I say that, but some losses hurt more than others because you could tell when a team gives up and you could tell when a team fights. And if you go out there and if you fight for me, and if you fight for the guy beside you, and if you fight for the name on the front of your jersey, and if you fight for the university, job well done, my friend. Job well done. We didn't get the W today, and it hurts, but we know we got fight in us, and we know we didn't give up. And I think that's what matters more than anything. We don't want to go out there and we quit against South Carolina. We just quit. I don't know what was going on, but we got to go out there and we definitely got to we definitely have to do what we can. I love my Wildcats, man. I just want to see my Wildcats. Ugh. Oh man, I just love it, man. I just like let me tell you. So come on, Cats. Let's get it together, baby. Let's do it. Come on, man. Let's go. Don't stop playing. Man, I'm already emotional, man. And you guys that's been watching me, you guys know that I'm an emotional brother. So I'm sitting here like, dude, it's not even the ball game yet. Like, chill. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what are you doing? It's not the ball game yet. But when you passionate about your Kentucky Wildcats, I'm almost 50 minutes in. I was only supposed to do 30 minutes tonight because I got to go to bed. But when you get passionate about your Wildcats, man, you just want to just let the game start right now, man. So for real. So let's get this win on Saturday. Hey, Steph, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks for the streams, love. Thank you so much, man. Man, that's love, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man, that's awesome, dude. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna cry a little bit, but thank you so much. Okay, I appreciate it. Uh, I just hope our Wildcats, man, can just go out there, man, and just play ball, and let's just get this win. And we just we have a lot of fun. We got a bye next week, if I'm correct, right? We are off next week against Ole Miss. I mean, after we play Ole Miss, we got a week bye. I would root for them and them always. I will, you know what I mean? I don't know anything else, bro. Like, a lot of we got a lot of stuff invested in this, a lot of time, a lot of energy. Just we got a lot going on, and it's just kind of like, why not we just go out here and just root for my cats, and we'll just see what happens. And if we lose, oh man, that sucks, dude. But come on, we'll get it. That's what Stoops got to do, sir. They fight, turn it loose, give us a chance to win. I'm with you, Big Mike. I'm ready. Kentucky and Vanderbilt are both teams I like to see win. I just don't want them to beat the Vols, the Big Orange. Thanks for joining. I appreciate you. I see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know, right? I feel the same way. Uh, so Tennessee looking good this year, bro. I'm for real. Tennessee's looking really good. Uh, but that's Tennessee. Tennessee, they always find a way to look good as well too. Kentucky wins the game by 3 points on a last field goal. Let me ask you this, Jimmy. Kentucky wins the game on the three. I mean, on a three. Sound like we ready for basketball. Kentucky for three, and the ball's up. 3 points for Kentucky. So is that going to be a 60-yard field goal that we kick? That 60-yard field goal that our head coach so that we're capable of doing. Is it going to be that? I'm just wondering. I'm just throwing that out there for thoughts. I don't know. So we got a pretty good kicker. Let's see if we can get that 60-yard field goal to win the ball game. Sure, why not? Let's score it. So Kentucky. So yeah, man. But I think it's going to be a good game, and I just hope we can stay healthy, get some guys back. I really hope Chip is playing. I'm really looking forward. I love big running backs. So I'm really hoping that we get Chip back because I really love to see that guy out on the field. Even if he's getting maybe about 8 or 9 carries in the ball game, I would love to go out there just to see that and just see if he's a threat and see if he's as good as advertised. Yes, sir, 60-yard field goal. That's exactly how we going to win the game, man. Man, I tell you, that comment he made, our kickers, that's gonna be a comment that's gonna years from now we'll still be talking about, laughing about. Like, why would you say that for? Yes, we're gonna get it. So we got to get it, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It really means a lot to me as well. This is the only room in the house, and I threw my tissue away. This is the only room in the house, man, that my nose runs in because it stays cold. I can't wait to get home so I can have normal walls, so I can have carpet in my room, so I can have my soundproof up, and just so I can control the temperature because these walls are all brick, and the cold air from up here just bounces off the wall and it just falls right down on me. So some days it's tolerable, and some days it's like, yeah, put on a sweatshirt. It's not. So um, but yeah, man, let's just go win this ball game, man. I'm excited. Kentucky's gonna win. Before we get off here, can we get some score predictions? And it's okay if you're in here and if you don't think Kentucky can win, still let me see your game prediction scores as well too. What do you guys got? I got Kentucky finding a way to win. Kentucky's going to win 21-18. I'm not sure how that can happen, but Kentucky's gonna score 3 touchdowns, and we're gonna find a way to shut those guys down. 21-20, 21-18. I think Kentucky gets the win on a close game. Kentucky game will be low scoring, about like the Tennessee OU game. Could be, man. I mean, well, Kentucky got to learn. Kentucky's offense got to do better at scoring. That's for sure. And I hope, because I mean, I don't count the Ohio game because Kentucky's a SEC school, and we should put up points on those guys. We should have beaten about 60, to be honest with you. But I don't want to see what our offense can do against Ohio. I want to see what our offense can do against Ole Miss, mono to mono, big boy to big boy. I want to see. I want to see what we can generate, and can we put the ball in the end zone? If we get in the red zone, do we have to settle for a field goal? Can we go for it? Can we get a touchdown? So we just got to figure. We just got to get this taken care of and go down here and get this win, and we'll see what happens. And I know if we lose, it never feels good to lose a ball game against anybody. Um, but the thought of losing is always there. We're going on the road. We don't win at Ole Miss very often at all. But the thought of winning and the possibilities of the feeling of what it could be, that allows me to stay above water, and that allows me to just keep believing that the possibility of winning a ball game is always there if the Kentucky team shows up big. So thank you guys so much. 21-14, Kevin, 27-24, Jimmy, 16-14, Stephen, thank you so much. So, we'll see what happens. And what way to end the ball game if we could kick a long field goal as time runs out to win the ball game. How dramatic and how special would that be to be on the road and get that W? So we'll see how it goes, and we'll be back on Saturday with the post game show. Win or lose, I leave for vacation on Wednesday morning. Who is going to be a lot of flying, but definitely I look forward to seeing you guys Saturday. Thank you guys once again if you have not already. So I yesterday my time, I got like 3 people to subscribe to the channel. And by the end of the day, I lost 3 people. So, you never can tell when people are going to subscribe, and you're never going to tell when people are going to unsubscribe. So, that's just a preference that they have. But I kind of noticed that. I try not to look at the numbers too much, because when I do, I kind of get discouraged a little bit. But I just keep going because I know Kentucky fans is always going to show up for these lives, and they're going to enjoy it like myself. And I just keep going. So can't really get caught up in numbers all the time. And I just got to just keep focused, because before there was numbers, I was still doing this. And after numbers, I still be doing this. But thank all you guys who have subscribed. Thank you all who have liked the video so far. I really, really, really appreciate that more than you guys know. It means a lot to my channel as well. So Saturday, we'll meet back up post-game show. Thank you guys. Go Cats, and let's get this victory over Ole Miss. Let's go do what we do.